good visuals are really important for your game. They lead potential players to download your game because the screenshots and other footage look professional and good. For example, most people would rather buy this game than this game. Good game art also makes the game more fun and playable for longer, because it's easier to look at than bad art. But how can you improve your game's visuals? For this I'm going to give you 10 tips today. Before we get into tip number 1, however, my name is Daniel, I'm an indie game dev and I'm working on a shoot 'em up roguelike game called Assault. Before you make all the art for your game, you should make just a couple of sprites or concept art and experiment with different styles. After you experimented enough, pick the style that fits your game best. For this, it's also a pretty good idea to show it to some of your friends or community and ask if that style fits the game. Don't be shy to use a lot of effects, like post-processing, lighting, particle effect and more. For example, in my game, it almost only looks good because of all these effects. In terms of characters, creatures and similar stuff, you should make many designs and not only one and turn that immediately final. Then after you drew around 5 to 10 designs, make the one you like best final. One of the most important game art aspects are the colors. They can communicate to the player, for example, what's dangerous and what's good. So color language is quite important to know in game dev. Please don't think you need crazy equipment when starting out. I began a few years ago with a simple mouse, then a quite cheap drawing tablet without a screen, then an iPad together with Procreate, and now a Wacom Cintiq 16 drawing tablet and Adobe Photoshop. So you can see, I started out with really basic equipment. Game art doesn't need to be complex. Actually, the best game art is minimalistic and makes it easier to play the game because of clearness. Combining this with the color language is the best way to make art for your game, at least from gameplay perspectives. Game art is not only the sprites, it's also the particle effects and all the awesome stuff that makes your game juicy, as we devs like to say it. I solve problems sometimes when people make the particles live for just like 2 milliseconds and making them appear and disappear without a transition. So please fix that. Lighting with colors is an awesome thing. They help to add more color to your game and make it look more interesting this way. Sometimes it's also a good idea to use complementary colors. I use that a lot in my current game. Use animations and shaders to bring movement into your game's environment. It makes everything feel alive. If you do move the character and similar stuff and it still looks like the game is running, you're good to go. Your main character, in case your game has one, should be easily recognizable from the shape only. So when you turn the complete character white, everyone who knows the game should know that it's your character. I hope you found a few useful tips in this video. If you like what you see here, I would highly appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel. See you next time, cheers!